Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we indulge in all things Janelli. This is my second video of the month. I am just showing you how I'm prepping for the new year. I'm first going to just write a to-do list of all the things I need to do. A lot of this, I think if you go to like a general school that's not like a organization kind of thing, then a lot of these would be really helpful because, you know, it's your classroom and all that kind of stuff. What I realized was when I actually started working in this new school was that they actually already have a visual timetable and they already had all this stuff mapped out. So a lot of this I really didn't need to do, but it gave me a lot of clarity going into it that I would like understand what's going on essentially. So I'm just like showing different things like, oh, I'm mapping out the year, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So yeah, but what I really want to talk about in this video, while I'm doing like my plan with me, mapping out the school year, all that kind of stuff, is I want to talk about 9 to 5s, and I want to talk about like how your life kind of changes when you have a 9 to 5 and like key things that would be helpful in this video. So that's what I'm going to talk about while this video is going. So if you're like, well, this applies a lot to teaching, but it also applies to like a regular 9 to 5. So I want to give you 5 tips. You know, if you are someone who's gonna go into a 9 to 5, or you are just starting a 9 to 5, these are some things you might realize yourself, but it's really helpful, like someone who's already gone through the whole experience and just like experienced all of this kind of stuff. You know, I just want to pass on what I've experienced this past year. And some of it is relatable to teachers, but the majority of it is just relatable to generalized 9 to 5s. And I know that as teachers, you tend to be like ambitious about your time and what you're going to get done and stuff. But you also have to just remember, like, this is a job. Like, this is a job. So my first point is remember that this is just a job. This is you swapping your time for those benefits in your life and what you want to buy. Maybe you want to buy a bag, maybe you want to pay your rent, all that kind of stuff. You are swapping your time in this job, your effort and your energy for money, for monetary, you know, lifestyle. So you have to remember that at the end of the day, it's a job and it really doesn't have to take your whole life up. You don't, because a lot of teachers, I feel like, and I do this all the time as well, I'll meet someone new, or I'll go to the doctors, or I'll go to the opticians, or I'll go somewhere and they won't even say, what job do you do? And I'll say, oh, I'm a teacher. I'm a primary school teacher. So like, whether you're an accountant or you're a waitress or you're a manager, you don't need to lead your life and be like, yeah, this is who I am. This is all of me. Just remember that that's one part of you. That's something that you do well, and that's just part of you. But that's not all of you. So you being a primary school teacher, or you being an accountant, or you being this, you being that, is not your whole life. So remember that. Remember, it's just a job. So when bad things happen or someone doesn't treat you right, remember, it's just a job at the end of the day. It's just a 9 to 5. You can get a new one, you know? So number 2 is get sleep. So have 8 hours of sleep minimum. If you are tired, you're going to be cranky, you're not going to like your job, everything's going to be annoying. Get enough sleep at nighttime. I am a night owl, so I tend to want to stay up late, but I have to force myself to sleep. And obviously being a teacher kind of tires you out, so you kind of just collapse eventually. But for me, it's really hard for me to go to sleep before 12 o'clock at night, and I have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So like, the best time for me to actually go to sleep would be 11 o'clock or 10:30. That would be a good time for me to go to sleep if you're waking up that time. But for some reason, I just find it so hard. When I come in from work, I have like, not a burst of energy, but I have this like weird energy that I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to do this and do that. And so it's a bit different now, because when I was work in my previous workplace, as I talked about in my previous video. If you want to watch that video, you can look up in the cards that I didn't have the best time. So when I came home, I just like in my bed, wanted to watch Netflix and all that. Now I'm like, yeah, I can do like so many other things. But that's because like my job isn't like taking over my entire life right now. So yeah, and it's not a horrible place. So that's a good thing. So the next thing is that I'm just saying is get enough sleep at night. Third piece of advice I'd give you is make times for your hobbies, your friends, and your family. So if you have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a partner, whoever, make time for them people in your life, because they are going to be the ones that you're going to lean on when things get really tough at work or you're really overwhelmed. Those are the people you're going to lean on and be like, yes, I'm going to really like try my best to support and all that kind of stuff. You're going to look for support from them essentially, and you're going to support them. So like your family members, if you like, you know, sometimes you don't get along with everyone in your life, so have time for hobbies. Like if you like drawing, if you like singing, if you like doing this, you like doing that. It doesn't even matter if like you just like a TV show, you like watching a TV show. Something like that is even all right, you know. Just do the things that you love to do outside of work, and it makes you enjoy your life a lot more than work. You know, work is not the main thing in your life that's like taking over everything. So that would be the third thing. So the fourth thing I would say is to try to be organized. So have a routine. In the morning, you know, just like what I've been doing now since I've been leaving a lot earlier than I used to. Pack your bag from the night before. Do your hair from the night before. Choose your clothes from the night before. Be extremely organized, because then in the morning you're not like stressing about this and stressing about that. If you are a primary school teacher, make sure you're like 1 or 2 weeks ahead of the schedule. That way it takes a lot of the stress out of it. If you're working any other like general job, try to like do your tasks and order your tasks when you're at work. Order your time. Be like, this is the most what I need to do. This is what kind of can do tomorrow. All that kind of stuff. Make to-do lists. Make yourself organized. Have an organized thing. That also goes for my fifth tip, is make time for yourself. So I said make time for your hobbies, make time for your friends and family, but make time for yourself as well. Have a routine. Maybe on a Sunday you might do a self-care Sunday where you do facial masks and you do your toes and you do your nails and all that kind of stuff. For me, for instance, me like taking care of myself is I like to get my nails done. And you can't see in this video, but I got my nails done recently, and I've always like get my nails done every 2 to 3 weeks. So the main thing is like try to look after yourself just as much as you would look after your job, essentially. So if you want to get your hair done, you want to get your nails done, you want to do your toes, it doesn't even mean like get your nails done at a shop. Paint your nails, or do a face mask, or do your hair in a nice style. Buy some clothes that you really like. And I know it's really hard in this situation if you live in the UK, the cost of living crisis, but it doesn't have to cost money. Maybe you read your favorite book, watch your favorite TV show, make time for yourself. So that is all the tips. I hope that it's helped you. If you want to make like a more in-depth thing and how I apply these 5 tips to my life, make sure you comment down below. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I know it's a lot of a chatty video, and I'm showing you like what I'm planning and stuff, but I really hope that this helps. And if you're a primary school teacher watching this, this is what I did to support myself for the whole transitional period. A lot of it came in handy, especially the cards and all that kind of stuff. But thank you so much for watching All Things Janelli. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Bye.